Hi, my name is Dan Smichko from Cutting Edge Bullets. We're going to talk a little bit today about what it takes to shoot to 2 miles. We're getting ready to pack up our stuff to head to Raton for the King of 2 Miles shoot, which started last year, and it's going to be an annual event. Last year there was 30 teams. This year there's 60. To shoot 2 miles, it does require some specialized equipment. And we're going to show you what we use and what's required to make a shot that's even out to 3,000 yards. That's a long ways. Okay, the first thing that's required obviously is a rifle and cartridge that'll reach out to that distance. What we chose to use this year and last year was a Barrett model M99 chambered in 416 Barrett. Last year we used our 450 grain MTH bullet for that match, because one reason is we did not have this current bullet out. It shot really well, but it was about a half a minute rifle at 200 yards, but it maintained really well out to long distances. This year we made a little heavier bullet, we did some changes, and we came up with a 472 grain bullet. The 450 grain bullets last year, we were shooting at 3,250 feet per second. This year with the 472 grain bullets, we're shooting at 3,160 feet per second. So if you know the ballistic coefficient of both of those, you can plug them into your ballistic program, and you'll see that both bullets remain supersonic the same distance, which in this game really doesn't mean a lot, because we will be shooting well below supersonic velocities at 3,500 yards. I'm going to say the remaining velocity is probably in the neighborhood of 1,000 feet per second, 900 feet per second. And that bullet is an 1/8 minute of angle bullet all day at 200 yards. The scope we use, we have multiple scopes, but the one we choose for this match is a Leupold Mark 8. It's graduated in mils and not MOAs. We're not crazy about that, but it does work and works very well. It has a very large objective lens on it, a 35 millimeter tube, and it's 8 to 25 power. You'll notice that it's sitting on a base, if you know much about shooting, and that is a adjustable base. The adjustable base, since it takes roughly about 40 mils, which 1 mil is equal to 3.6 MOAs. So it takes us about 40 mils to get to 3,500 yards. We didn't have that much travel in that scope, so we bought an adjustable base. We got it from Euro Optics, and it's made by Aerotac. We have it set at a fixed 40-minute incline, so you can see the scope is tilted down, and our zero is actually at 1,600 yards. At 100 yards when we shoot, we're shooting about 40 inches high, and that's where we use that for sight in. The other thing we use that is a very important part to long range shooting is the scope level. You have to have your gun in perfect level condition before you touch that trigger, or you're going to spray bullets all over the place, even at 1,500 yards. So the level that is made by Flatline Ops, one of the best levels out there in our opinion. It's adjustable. You clamp it on your scope, you get everything lined up. We won't go into that. And it has a fine adjustment screw to make sure everything is aligned perfectly. The other thing that's required to shoot that far is a good set of optics. Most people use one spotting scope, and we use one spotting scope on occasion, but this year we chose to go with 2 spotting scopes mounted together. The mount we purchased from Lost Creek Shoe Store, a little Amish store. They make the mount to hold the 2 Swarovski 80 millimeter scopes. The scopes, Swarovski was kind enough to let us borrow them for the shoot, so we'd like to talk a little bit about them anyway. It is a little bit tricky getting them collimated, and they are adjustable for an individual's eyes, but in the end, when you are looking through two spotting scopes compared to one, there's an unbelievable difference in seeing where your bullet hits or even watching the vapor trail. Everything else beyond the rifle and the scope and the ammunition and lots of practice are just some things that we take for our own personal satisfaction. One is the Oler 43 chronograph. We take that with us whenever we go hunting, whenever we go any place that we're going to shoot. We like to double check our velocity so we can plug the correct velocity in to get proper dope for long distance shooting. And only because, just in case we have a problem, is the Hawkeye bore scope. It seems like every time we go to a shoot, and we don't do that many, only one a year, but anytime we have done them in the past, there's always somebody that's wishing they could see what their bore in their barrel looks like. Okay, so there you have it. That's our setup for the King of the 2 Mile shoot. We have several different rifles that we do like to shoot at extreme distances. One of them is a custom rifle built by Bruce Bear. It is his 375 Big Bear cartridge. That cartridge is a 505 Gibbs neck down to 375 caliber, and it's actually improved. So it's a little bit faster than like a 375 Chi-Tech. That particular rifle shoots our 375 grain bullets at 3,160 feet per second to 3,200 feet per second, depending on how hot you like to shoot and what your rifle likes to shoot it at. And it is a little bit ballistically superior when you put it on paper to the 416. But what we find is we can shoot the 416 much better at extreme distances. It's a little more forgiving as far as temperature and velocity fluctuations and that kind of thing. So we do pull the Barrett out, which is basically a stock M99 Barrett rifle. They make an excellent rifle. I know we have two of them, and the older version will not shoot the heavier bullets like the new version does, but they both shoot very well. That is it for our preparation and our equipment for the King of the 2 Mile, and we're going to get packed up and head down the road.